is a special show that we're going to be doing tonight on the Lawyer Henderson Show. Everybody, if you're on YouTube listening, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm always coming with the facts and basically the media that you all in the Black community know that Black media is very important. That's the reason why we have to have Black media, because we have to then, unlike the white media, call out those people who basically is lying and who try to, deflect and try to circumvent around the facts and the truth. And that was to lead me to today's show. This is a special show. We only gonna go on for an hour. My guest will be today, Coda Andrews. Hopefully he'll call in later on. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so, and hit the like button. Also, if you're on Instagram Live, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, leave your comments at the bottom of our YouTube page. And don't forget that you can go to Blog Talk Radio for Lawyer Henderson TV, and you can also look at all of the shows that we have done in the past. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Lawyer Henderson Show, and today we're going to be talking about Obama goes on the Breakfast Club telling lies that he helped the Black community. We're going to go into depth as to how Obama actually betrayed the Black community, not helped it, betrayed it. Everyone is calling him out. This very special is 516-418-5867. It's the number 516-418-5867. Obama goes on the Breakfast Club telling lies that he helped the Black community. And so our guest today is Coda Andrews. And Coda Andrews is going to defend Obama. Coda, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
All right. How's it going today, Coda?
We're going to see what goes on.
Okay. We're going to get down to the bottom of this. I'm going to read some articles here. Okay. As everybody should know, Coda has been basically a Obama supporter. He had basically said Obama did more than Donald Trump. He had also suggested that Barack Obama basically, to me, I've known this gentleman for a long time now. Every time that we have this debate, it's about Obama did this, Obama did that. But he sat down yesterday, Obama did, with the Breakfast Club, and we have the article here by Lauren Crawford. And the fair use give us the right to basically examine all of the critiques that the news media basically have out there. So Power 105.1, Barack Obama responded to those who say he didn't do enough for Black people. Coda, all right, so let me just ask the question. Let's get started. Okay, do you agree with Obama that he basically did something for the Black community?
Yes.
Okay. Now speak up a little louder so the audience can hear you.
Okay. Yes, I do agree.
Okay. All right. Explain.
This is for the Black community.
Okay. Explain why did you believe that?
Okay. Here we go again. Now, I believe that Obama did improve the education quality, the quality of education for people in college. That's going to go the first thing. Okay. Do you believe that?
Oh, I'm asking you the questions. I don't believe that, but go ahead.
You don't believe that?
I do not.
Okay.
No, but go ahead. What else did he do for the black community?
He put a lot of black people to work, fixing the economy.
Okay.
The health.
What is the numbers? What is the numbers of?
He gave a lot of black. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, what's the numbers of a lot of black people he put to work? What's the numbers?
What's the number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Since I got called at the last minute, I don't want to know the numbers at the moment.
Okay, so we'll come back to that. That's fine. All right, so while you're looking at the numbers of how Obama helped, move on and tell us, is there anything else that you want to say as far as wealth for the black community that Obama did?
As far as health?
Yeah, helping us. Yes, correct. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
All right.
He gave millions of black people health care that wouldn't have been able to afford. And he also put in a protection for people who have a pre-existing problem.
And how many of those black people he helped on health care?
Okay. You want some?
All right, so Coda cannot basically give us numbers. All right, so I'll give you some numbers here because I got the facts. I did the research myself. When Obama went on the Breakfast Club, started lying, I went out. Of course, other people have went out in the black media, like Yvette Carnell, Vicky Dillard, other people, Antonio Talks, and even Tariq Nasheed. We all went out and looked at Obama's numbers. We just basically Obama admitted on the Breakfast Club that he only helped 3 million black people and with his health care plan. Obama basically only helped 3 million out of 41 million black people as far as getting health care. Now, when we go, now that number you may not agree with, but he says it. And that's the reason why I asked you, could you look at the Breakfast Club interview, because that's what he said himself, that it was only 3 million black people that he basically helped in health care, which don't even get us closer to the number, of course, of how many black people in America. But let's just go ahead with what's going on and move it on. Now, I will tell you also this. Obama said that black folks, the prison for black men or women going to jail dropped significantly by 30%. Do you agree with that, or yes or no, and explain why?
I couldn't answer that because I don't have any.
You don't have data.
Information on that.
Okay. What about
30%?
Mm-hmm, yes. It was dropped down 30% of black men and women going to jail. Do you agree with that or no?
No, I'm not going to agree with that.
Okay, so he did say that on the Breakfast Club. Now,
I'm not going to agree with 30%.
Okay, what number do you agree with then?
One moment. Keep going with all the things that you're going to talk about.
Okay, we're also going to talk about that Obama also said that black poverty dropped since 1968. He said that between his administration, okay, so Coda's phone had dropped, y'all, but I didn't do anything. His phone dropped, but let's go on. The black poverty dropped since 1968. Black businesses rose, is what he said during his administration. Black income went up, is what he said. Now, I hope that Coda calls us back because I want to be able to understand why so many people black people still support Barack Obama. But because his phone call dropped, that's fine. Hopefully he called back in so that we can basically talk more about this. But let's just go to this article. Barack Obama responded to those who said he didn't do enough for black people. And this is an article by Lauren Crawford of Power 105.1. Barack Obama, this is a fair use, so we're only basically using this article for, citing information and criticism. Barack Obama isn't about criticism. While discussing his recent released memoir, A Promised Land, with the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the God, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee, 44, responded to critics who say he didn't do enough for the black people while he was president. I understand it is because when I got elected, there was so much excitement and hope, Barack began, and also think we generally view the president almost like a monarchy, in the sense of people think once the president is there, he can do whatever he needs to get done. And if he's not doing it, it must be because he didn't want to do it. And then DJ Envy then interjected and said, we see with Donald Trump, because he does whatever he wants to do, which Barack responded, right, because he breaks laws and disregard the Constitution. So if those of y'all who saw the ending of my show yesterday, I remind you that Obama basically used his executive order to get the Dreamers Act on. Obama continued to basically say that he was in support of allowing illegal immigrants to come over to this nation. Obama goes on the Breakfast Club telling all of these lies, but basically he cannot explain. And of course, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlemagne the God did not basically grill him on the fact that he signed an executive order for DACA, but yet he ignored black people, he ignored black colleges, like I said yesterday, that needed a lot of funding. Now, the reason why Coda hung up on me is because basically he knew that Obama was lying. He knew that Obama basically sat in office for 8 years and did nothing and totally ignored the black community. He basically, it was for him as far as executive order, he could have basically extend the funding for historically black colleges, and he failed to do so. Okay, so we have to understand that Obama has been lying, and even with these memoirs that he's has basically have been written on his book, Obama continued to lie. I think we got Coda back on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Coda, are you back?
I am back.
Okay. All right. All right. So hopefully, of course, we want to give you a fair chance to basically defend Obama. And I basically said, like I said, let's reiterate. Have you found those statistics about the healthcare, black people he helped with healthcare? Have you found those statistics yet, or no?
No.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, let's rehash, people. Obama said that he have 3 billion black folks with health care insurance. That's out of his own words. Now, what we basically have also been saying in the black media is that is not anything that is directly affecting black people in a sense of class or wealth. Okay? What we have asked people who support Obama for is an answer about what he specifically did with black people without talking about the things that are essential that government always talk about, which healthcare is one of those things. But moving on, Obama also contends that black businesses rose during his tenure as president. And my question to you, Mr. Andrews, do you think that Obama helped black businesses grow under his presidency?
Of course.
Please elaborate.
Of course. Do you think that with the economy as it was, that black business did not thrive as he prepared what the Republicans did to his economy? Because remember, before he sat there and said, before he became president, they said on Friday that the economy was great. And then Monday morning, that's when they said the economy was in a hole. And when he took over the presidency, we was $billions in the hole. And
so,
he prepared the economy. He told everybody it won't be 4 years, it won't be 8 years. But apparently he did it in a less quicker time.
Okay, but the economy is.
I heard when I came back on, you were saying something about the HBCU.
Absolutely.
And you don't think he did anything for the black?
He did nothing for the HBCUs. They had to come back to him and ask and beg for more money. Even there was his own assistant within the Department of Education that pointed it out. And then when Donald Trump got in office, Donald Trump said, "Well, why y'all keep on coming back?" And then the presidents of the black historical colleges explained that we have to come back every year or so to ask the government for funding. And Trump told him, "Well, you don't have to do that. I'm going to extend that, so where you don't have to come back and ask. That we're going to basically put that in the policy that you're going to get funding every year or so for historically black colleges." Obama did nothing for historically black colleges. Do you want to look at the article about Obama in the historically black colleges, or would you like to respond without looking at that article? Go ahead. Go ahead.
When it came to historically black colleges,
mm-hmm.
He didn't have a second chance Pell Grant effort for about $30 million. Do you know about that?
Okay, no, sir. You said that he had a $30 million. Say it again.
Okay, $30 million pilot going on for historically black colleges for second chance Pell Grant system.
Okay. All right. So let's. Okay. I did not hear about. Go ahead.
Hold on.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. He did the creation of a $30 million innovation of competition fund for the HBCU.
Okay.
That would help students with low income backgrounds. And that was for like Hampton, Jackson State, who else? Spelman, Delaware State University. It's a few more, but I just can't think of at the moment. But he didn't do anything for black colleges. That's what you're saying. These are programs, some of the programs, or two of the programs that he did.
Okay. Let's look at some more.
So now, I'm trying to remember the numbers of how they said that he. I wish I had. Okay, I ain't had time to prepare, but okay. What Trump did? He put in some programs to sit there and try to satisfy black colleges. I'm trying to find the information where it shows that President Obama already had programs in it that gave more money than what Trump did.
You're not going to find it, not for historically black colleges. You're not going to find no article. In fact, what you're going to find is that you're going to find a lot of articles where Obama fell and ignored black historically colleges. All right, but while you're finding that, let's go ahead and let's move on. I want to ask you. Go ahead. I mean, we can come back once you find the article. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
That he ignored.
Yes, he ignored black colleges and universities. Everything that Obama did, basically, it had to benefit everybody else. Do you believe that black people should have coalitions? Do you think that do the black people have to have when someone else like with everybody else when it comes to black people? Do you feel like everybody else should have the same thing as black people? Or it should be something that is given to us separate from other races and groups? What say you about that?
If I believe that black people should get things that other groups do not get.
Right.
That's what you're asking.
Yeah, gets specifically. Specifically. Okay. Yeah. So your boy Obama said. Okay, yes. Okay. So your boy Obama specifically said that he wanted to build coalitions when it, as far as trying to do something specifically for black folks. But let me ask you a question, though. The article from Power 105.1 says, and I quote them, they said that Barack also spoke specifically about Obamacare, admitting that he could understand how black Americans could feel like there wasn't a change if they are among the 10 million America who was left uninsured. There were Republicans blocking him from doing everything he wanted to do with Obamacare. Okay, so if you're a black and you're one of those 10 million who didn't get health care, can I can understand why that would upset you and how could things didn't change, he said. Now we understand that Obama had a Republican Congress after his 2 years. Okay, but let me ask you a question. Isn't it true that Obama had a Democratic Senate and House of Representatives when he first went into office?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say go ahead. Yeah.
He did for 2 years. Okay. Now, for that 2 years, what was his main priority? Was health care instead of doing something specifically for a group of people like he did for LGBT, gays, uh, Jews, white folks, the Hispanics, all these other groups. They don't talk about coalition with them. Why do you think that these people like him and other black elites like to talk about that we have to build coalition when it comes to getting something for us in return for for our vote or
remember, for the first 2 years,
okay,
his main mission was to rebuild and recover the economy and rescue the economy.
Sure.
That was his first mission, his first thing that he tried to keep in his first priority. That was priority number one.
Gotcha.
And as he was doing that, he was still trying to work on the health bill. Okay. It makes no sense to sit here and pass billions of dollars on some type of program when the economy was in a hole. That would be like my car is breaking down. I need my engine replaced, but I'm sitting here fixing the interior.
Okay, well, let me ask you something. I understand.
My car got to go somewhere.
Right, but I understand that. But hold on. If you're saying, so you're saying that healthcare helped fix the economy? No, is that what you're saying? Okay.
No, I didn't say nothing like that.
Okay,
what
so
I said was
okay.
His two top priorities was fixing the economy, and at the same time he was working on the health care bill. I didn't say health care has anything to do with the economy.
Okay. All right. So Obama said in his interview, okay, that black poverty dropped faster than everybody else. Black income went up more than a lot of other folks. The issue is we didn't go around advertising that because once again, the goal here is to build a coalition where everybody is getting something so that all feel like they have a stake in it. Barack responded. But a lot of my policies were targeted towards people most in need. Those folks are disproportionately African American. Do you think? Can you elaborate on what he's talking about? That his policy helped us in a way.
Which policies are you talking about?
What? Yeah, can you give me some examples? I'm sorry. Can you give me some examples of the policy? Huh?
Which one?
Any of his policies that help black people specifically. What he said disproportionately helped the black folks. What policies did he put in place? Did the Dreamer Act that he put in place for illegal immigrants, did that help black folks? What specific policies did he?
Probably a whole different policy that's not going to help black folks. Now,
okay.
You must remember, when you talk about immigrants, you're not just talking about the Mexicans. Those just the same. When you talk about immigrants, the first thing popping in your mind is Mexicans. Just like when you talk about welfare, the first thing popping in your mind is black people.
Right.
But everybody knows when you talk about immigrants, it's including people from black and brown countries. When you talk about welfare, white people far outnumber the recipients for welfare, but we have a black face. So when you talk about immigrants, they have a black face. They have. When you talk about welfare, white people far outnumber.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
The recipients for welfare, but we have a black face. So when you talk about
hold on.
immigrants, they have a black face.
As you're hearing yourself,
yeah,
hold
they
on.
have a Mexican face. It talks about wealth.
Okay. Sorry about that, but go ahead.
Okay. So when you talk about the immigration laws, I don't know the percentage of black and brown people that they're talking about, but I just make sure you remember they're not just talking about the Mexican faces that they put on there. Mm-hmm. That is why Trump sit there and worked so hard to stop immigrants from coming in. And he's talking about he wanted from European countries. He wanted to trade Puerto Rico for a European country. Okay, so black and brown faces are included in immigration. What laws, what percentages are, it don't make a difference to me on that.
Wow.
I don't feel it because my mind is not going on it. I haven't looked and seen what countries he's talking about, but there's black and brown people in there. So if he's talking about a percentage that helps black and brown go to immigration, that's good and fine. Okay. But now, as for the rest of the economy, does that help black immigration? The 15.5 million jobs that he put in place, does that help black people? You damn skippy it does. And that's why he was rescuing the economy. That's part of us too. He can't sit there and say, I'm doing this for black people. As me and you talked about before, because
hold on, why not? Why not? Why not? He goes to why he goes to white people and do it specifically for white people. He goes to the LGBT. So what you're saying is what you hold on. What you're saying though, Coda, is that he cannot have a black agenda like other presidents before him. Is that what you're saying?
He cannot sit there and announce he's doing black things for black people specifically. Correct.
Wow. So what is a black agenda to you that other presidents have?
Because the reason behind this is because when he first became president, before he even met with the Republicans, they said whatever we say yes to, we're gonna say no to. That's the first thing they said before they even met with him. Remember, he was going in there to try to make a bipartisan government. But they started off from the beginning saying no. So if he sat there and gave them the ammunition of saying, I'm doing this to help black people, that would make sure that they had ammunition for them to hold and get other people on their side saying, see, we knew he's going to get in there and help black people only. And that's the greatest fear that white people have, that somebody's going to go in there and just help black people. Just like JFK. When he went in there and said he's going to do this, he's a civil rights group, he met with them, he's going to get integrated in schools, white people's biggest fear came into effect. That's one of Trump's things, tools that he used. He sat there and brought out fear about black people, about Mexicans.
What did he say? Hold on. What fear? What fear? What fear are you talking about? What fear did he bring out? Is what I'm asking here. What are you talking about as far as black people? What fear did he use here?
Trump?
Yeah.
But Trump, okay, like the Mexicans, Trump said they're all racist, drug dealers. He was saying there was in gangs, anything like that. He said there was violence, there was rapists. That's what he was using. Black people, he sat there and said, what did he say? They're going to come in and we're going to make your suburbs safe.
Wow.
Okay? So, code word, black people are going into your suburbs and they're going to rob, steal, maybe rape, whatever the case he was doing. Did he say he's going to make the suburbs safe?
He said that.
I don't hear you. You breaking up too.
Yeah, he said that he was going to make the suburbs safe, but we're talking about Obama. We're not talking about Trump though. Sorry.
Say that again.
I said we're talking about Obama, not Trump. He's the one on Breakfast Club saying.
Oh no, no. What we were talking about was how did he use? How would they use? How to put it? Trying to put the right way that you said it. How were they going to use race against Obama if he said that he's doing it for black people? How are they going to use fear?
Right, but at the same.
I told you how they're going to use fear, and I went in for an example.
Okay, but and then I asked you the question. You didn't feel like, as Tavis Smalley and Dr. Cornel West also suggested, that Obama should have had a black agenda. Other presidents have had a black agenda. How is that a situation where that is fearful if other presidents have done it in the past? They have had a black agenda.
Because the first thing is, for a white man to have a black agenda, they know that subconsciously they think, okay, he's only going to go so far. Okay. White people have been terrified that if a black man got in power, he's going to give so much power to black people that they would punish white people for the slavery that they did, the way they treated us, the Jim Crow laws, the black code. So their fear of a black man becoming powerful is very strong and embedded in them. They went so far, they were so afraid as they won't let black men at one time be the quarterback of a football team because of the fear of the power they have. And the fear that they would give the other black players more power. Why do you think that when a black activist becomes so powerful, they go in and infiltrate his organization and tear it down? This is nothing new. This is one reason why they never wanted us to congregate more than 5 people. Churches, schools. They didn't want us to have an education because if we had an education, they know we would become self-motivated, self-powered, and we won't put up with a lot of things that they do. So to have a black man as a president, just like Jackie Robinson, he got to sit here and be the first and put up with a lot of stuff and say, hey, I got to be this way, take this jump, don't do this because if I do, they will not let another black person become in this position. That is why it's so hard for black people to be accomplished, be the first to be accomplished in certain fields. Unless you have a mentality as, oh, I'm with the white people. Tiger Woods.
Okay.
He became Caucasian, Asian, whatever the hell he wanted to be. So that way he could fit in. That's where his mindset was. But they don't go back to the great golfers that were black before him. They don't even mention them. Will Smith played one of in a movie, one of the black golfers. They don't tell you. They don't go back to our history and how great we were because they don't want us to sit there and show America and other countries that how great we were. So for President Obama to sit there and be the first black president, he has to walk a certain path.
Okay, but
in order for there to be another one. Do you think that if he said, this is my black agenda for black people only, that we would have a female black vice president?
Okay, so you're asking me that you think that having a black female vice president as a black agenda, as a black man, you think that basically you're asking me, is that a black agenda, or what are you asking?
No, I'm asking you, do you believe that if President Obama came up with a black agenda that they would sit there and consider a black vice president, a next black president.
Well,
just like when, for example, when Al Sharpton was running for president.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes, in 2004. Okay. Yes.
What did they think he would do as a president for black people?
He would have had a black agenda, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was Al Sharpton who said that Obama didn't have to have a black agenda.
Okay. But Al Sharpton would have had a black agenda, and he would have closed the gap for white people. And they was afraid that his main focus would not been on America. His main focus would have been on black people.
Wow. Or the same with Jesse Jackson?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So have you?
The good thing is that a lot of those white men who was in power had lost power either through death or through office, and would allow the young youth of white people to sit there and realize that black people are not the monsters that they probably were.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's move on here. You basically, okay, did you find the issue as far as black poverty dropped since 1968? Was that the case since he's been president? Was that true, in your opinion?
Say that again?
He said, according to Obama, in his new book that he's promoting in Promised Land, he said that black poverty dropped since 1968 during his administration, or and is that the case, or after his administration?
The black poverty dropped
since 1986. Yeah. That's true.
Since 1968.
Yes.
Yes.
Explain.
Yes.
Explain.
Do you know how the average income? What was the average income for black people at that time, 1968?
But do you think it's because of his policies though, alone? You don't think that other?
No, nobody policy alone would drop would fix that. It's not a one shot deal. It's a lot of things that will come into play in order for that to happen.
Okay. Obama. Okay. Obama said. Go ahead. Obama said.
There's never one policy that I'm saying I did one thing only that made my business thrive. No, it's not. It's a combination of things.
Obama said on the Breakfast Club, of course, that there's no way in 8 years to make up for 200 years. Now, I get that, but here's the thing: he saved the automobile industry. He gave like certain types of white people very much advanced, so their medium wealth and income can rise up over black people. I want to also share something with you here, because I came with the facts, of course, in this debate here. I want to show you that we talked about this on my show. If you go back and listen to it, it says that a report cites a Center for Responsible Leaning study that found that between 2004 and 2008, 6.2% of white Americans with a credit score of 660 and up received subprime mortgages, compared to 19.3% of Latinos and 21% of African Americans. The survey of consumer finance data the author collected showed that significantly more African American homeowners have negative equity following the Great Recession than any other group. Now, at the peak, 14% of black homeowners went underwater. Was that his fault or George Bush's? You still there?
I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. When it comes to home ownership, already black people are, how can I put it, at a disadvantage.
Absolutely.
And we're at a disadvantage. Do you agree with that part?
Absolutely. I agree.
That we're at a disadvantage. Okay. Now, we're at a disadvantage because, one, whatever place that you buy, wherever you buy a home, a black person buy a home, and right away, it is that the property value goes down.
Okay.
Okay. So if I buy a house that's sat there and they said the estimated value is $1 million, and I move in and it drops, I'm at a disadvantage. I can no longer sell that home for $1 million. And there's been all kinds of reports and things saying that basically what happened. So that means my value has went down more than what it should. My equity is not there as it should be. So for me to try to maintain my house, I got to pay my mortgage. And I'm already, because I'm black, brown, Hispanic, I got a higher estimate, a higher percentage rate that I have to pay because of my skin color.
Okay.
That's also something that's true. So if I sit there and knowing I'm going under because of the economy is such in a hole, I can no longer sell my house at the value I'm supposed to in order to come out of my loan and be debt free, sell it, get invested in another one, whatever the case would be. So it's going to affect home ownership. So remember, he got a failing economy. It was seven something $billion in a hole, 78 billion or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but it was a lot. And he repaired it. He gave people a better advantage of buying a new home. He brought the economy up. So now, if I sit there and I give, as you said, he bailed out the auto industry, auto manufacturing industry. There's a lot of black people who work for those companies. They're able to buy a home, keep their home, whatever the case would be. Oh, somebody's selling their home. Now I could buy it. And this is something he did to just bailing out the auto industry. So I'm going to say, yes, he did it. Bush messed up the economy, lied about it. They lied about it until they could not lie about it anymore.
But how did that? Coda, how did that help black wealth increase? Though, how did that help black? We keep talking about jobs. How did that help black wealth increase? Where is the numbers that we are basically saying that black poverty dropped since 1968? Where is that coming from? Are you saying that he did this with his policies alone? Black income going up is another thing he said. Where is the data to prove this? I just told you that most of those people who those black folks who got the subprime loans, they basically went in foreclosure. They lost their houses. What are you talking about here, man? Now, go ahead. Elaborate more. Because see, just you have to understand, you're not on the Breakfast Club. You at Lawyer Henderson.
Lawyer, yeah. What point you want to make? What point are you trying to make?
I'm trying to make a point. The man is trying to. You asked me a question. I'm going to answer it. The man is sitting up here lying, man. He's sitting up here. I told you what he said. I went and listened to the interview. The man said that black folks going to prison dropped in juvenile detention for our young people dropped 30%. I told you that he said that black property dropped since 1968, which he did not contribute by himself on. I told you that black businesses was rising. That's what he claimed. Black income went up under his administration. Those are just a huge, colossal lies. This man did not do anything. Okay. So when those people got into, let me ask you, let me read you some else of what of the issue here. Okay, you basically agree that black people's to white people's wealth to black is 10-1. Do we agree with that? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
agree with that.
All right. So that means that white people probably got what $100 trillion to our 1.3 or 1.7 trillion or something like that. I'll just be kind a little, going by 1.7. So if Obama is correct up on, see what we're doing, Coda, is we're going by income. We're not going by the wealth. Okay, we're not going by the fact that white people have way more liquid access, liquid access, assets to basically do a lot of things that they can do and stay in control. But I understand that you disagree with the 30%, which I'm glad you did because I was like, wow, you're agreeing with everything. But let me just ask you, is it the fact that Obama is basically getting all this press from the white press? Do you think that he just cannot? He's like infatuated with limelight, that he basically believed that he could pretty much influence a lot of people here. He still think that he got that drive. Is this another sell of his book? What say you of why Obama is not out there helping Joe Biden? Why is he not helping Joe Biden? Why is he not helping Joe Biden? Huh? Why is he not helping Joe Biden? Joe Biden is the new administrator now. Administration, the new president, the president-elect. Why he's not out there talking about Joe Biden?
Okay, because let's put it this way. Have you seen other ex-presidents come out there and do a lot of press while you got a new president or another president that's being elected? No, you haven't. President Obama followed suit like everybody else. He did not jump out there and, oh yeah, I'm the last president, so I'm going to sit here and help Trump. I mean, not Trump, but Biden. He did not do that. No president who leaves office does that. Now, they may sit there at a certain point and say, yes, I sit here and support him. Hell, Trump is doing that now. He's going up there and supporting other governors that he knows he's going out. Well, he's not admitted to everybody, but that's what he's doing. So that's not something he should have said, oh, I want the limelight. Oh, yeah, I'm going to sit here and come out and do this and do that. Right now, even you put him in an issue of damned if I do and damned if I don't.
Can you agree that Obama just flat out had lied on certain things? Can we just agree with that?
No. You know why?
Why not? I want to hear this.
I have not sat there and watched the Breakfast.
Okay, so you can't answer that truthfully then, because you haven't watched it. I knew that he was going to say that. Okay.
No. Don't suggest that I can't answer that truthfully.
You can't. You just stated that you have not seen the interview, right?
I can't give an opinion because I haven't seen it. Don't say, oh, you couldn't answer that truthfully. That's a Republican thing.
But Coda, I asked you about the 30. I asked you about the 30%, and you said that wasn't true. And Obama said that. What's the difference between answering the questions about black businesses on a rise, black income going up, and not black wealth? See, here's the thing. Do you agree that there's a difference between income? Hold on. Do you agree there's a difference between income and wealth here? You said I can. I said earlier. I said earlier in the podcast. I said that Obama said on the Breakfast Club that since he was in office, that 30% of fewer people are in jail. You said that you disagree with that. Didn't you not say that? Yes or no?
You broke up.
Now I broke up. Listen. You said, and I have the transcript. You said earlier when I asked you, I said Obama. I said your boy Obama, and I quote said that 30% of fewer people are in jail. Black people are in jail during his administration. Now, you said that that's not true. You don't agree with that. Earlier, you said that.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, so he said that on the Breakfast Club. So when you watch the Breakfast Club, he's going to say that. I also got articles that he said that on. Okay, so I'm reading for I took notes of what the man said. I'm telling you, a lot of things that he said is he lying. A lot of black media people who are on his social media, we're calling him out on his lies. That's all we're doing. He sat there and ignored us. Okay, but let me ask you this, because I need to get on. I want to talk about this because I only got about a few minutes left here. Your opinion on him distancing himself with Reverend Wright, Jeremiah Wright, his former pastor. Do you think that was fair for him to condemn Reverend Wright and the minister Louis Farrakhan?
That he distanced himself, or do I think it's fair?
Yes.
Or do I think he did the correct political move?
Okay, no, I wanted you to answer, was it fair? But you're trying to spin it, that is basically a political move. But I want you to answer, was it fair for him to denounce his own pastor? Can you basically think it's fair for him to denounce Louis Farrakhan, which is a citizen of the United States, by the way, in order to then become president? Do you think that denunciation was right and just?
Okay, let me find out some things first.
Okay.
How did he denounce them?
He denounced them. He denounced them.
I'm taking that phrase in different terms. So tell me how he denounced them.
He basically denounced them. He said that he doesn't agree with the. He basically spoke out against Minister Farrakhan's anti-Semitic comments, which I don't believe that white Jewish people are real Jews. I just don't believe that. But he had to basically condemn them in order for white people to really support him. Do you think that that's fair?
Okay,
man. Go ahead.
Let's go back. I'm going to tell you something that personally me. Mm-hmm. When I noticed when I moved to Atlanta.
Sure.
Because I worked around Muslims on the street.
Absolutely.
I started listening to them. I love the way they help the black community, because when they go in and take over a community, they clean it up.
Sure.
Okay. Not only do they clean it up and improve their place, they sit there and take drug addicts and turn them around.
Sure.
They educate black people. They educate black people about their history, about our true history, not the history that white people give us, but our true history.
Yeah.
Okay. Such as Nina, when three ships came to America, one of them was piloted by a black captain, the Nina, which is Nino was the man name. Okay. Now, I learned that through them. So that part is great. Now, when it comes about their ideology, I can't go with that.
Okay.
So if he's there learning about everything else and how to change and improve the situations of black people, that's great. But if you say, wait, hold on, people, I'm going to be your president. I like this part, but I don't like that part. Okay, that may have been a situation situation. I don't know the man's psyche on how he denounced it. That's why I asked you, how did he denounce it? Now, there are a lot of pastors. I don't go to church because they believe like $12 in money. Yeah. I love God's part, but I don't believe that part. So if he's going to a church, maybe there's a lot of things that he likes about that pastor. Maybe there's some things he don't agree with. So when you say denounce, what is he denouncing? That's my question.
Okay.
So, me, I will tell you quick. I got some Muslim friends, and I went to school with them.
Sure.
I don't believe in a lot of the stuff they say, but there's a lot of stuff I do. Now, if you take that as denouncing, well, you know.
Okay.
As a political move, I got to distance anything negative that you may think of it. And maybe he had conversations with them before he said, I'm going to back away. And maybe they said, go ahead and back away.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think
because
that...
you know how they treated Muhammad Ali when he became a Muslim.
Yeah.
And that didn't change.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think that Barack Obama is a narcissistic person?
Narcissistic?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
All right. So out of...
Do you believe that Trump is? Do you believe that Trump is?
No, I don't. I think that Trump is basically... He is not a politician. He's a business person. And he was used to just getting a lot of things. He's used to getting a lot of things his way and stuff like that. And basically, that's called stubborn. That's called stubborn. All right, but we got a few minutes.
Trump goes so far as to prove his lie. He sat there and said that
Trump has a right. Trump has a right to sue them for voter fraud. Trump has a right to sue them for voter fraud. He has that right. He has that right. Let me ask you a question, okay?
Wait. I'm not talking about voter fraud. Let's go back to the hurricane in Alabama.
Okay, we only got about 1 minute. Go ahead.
I go there. He tried to prove he's lying. I mean, that he was telling the truth about the hurricane hitting Alabama by using a Sharpie. I mean, I used a Sharpie to change my S to an A in 3rd grade. Come on.
Oh, man.
3rd grade move. Oh, I got an F. Oh, you like an A if I put a line. So he took a Sharpie on the $1,500 poster that they gave him and put a Sharpie and said, see, he was wrong. He never said he was wrong.
Don't you just say, won't you just agree that Trump, won't you just agree that Trump is just a brat? That's all. That's all he is. He's just an older brat. You know, he had his way for a long time, and that's all. Huh?
Wait. You said that Trump is what?
Just a brat. He just had his way a long time. He's just a stubborn person, and he's used to getting his way. He's just an older brat.
That's like calling the hurricane rain.
All right, Coda. I thank you for your time. We only had like an hour today on the show, but I'm glad that you was able to call in and talk about Obama. Even though that I don't like Barry Soetoro, and I know that you do, but it has been a great debate today. And old Barry Soetoro, you still support him. But all right, man. Thanks for calling in. Huh? Thanks for your call, man. See you later. And that's what it's going to do. We're going to end it right here. We are done on the Lawyer Henderson.